Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Endwalker dungeon boss guide. Today we have the Aitiascope. I don't know if I'm saying that right or wrong, but you know, it is what it is. This dungeon may contain mild spoilers, so this is your warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, maybe don't watch the video, although as I said, it is very mild spoilers, it isn't anything major. So if you're not too worried, then it shouldn't be too bad. In this series we try and make these dungeon guides as quick as possible and as simple as possible to understand. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the video so we can keep it short. Our very first boss is Livia the Undeterred. She'll start the fight off with Frustration, which is a wide ride AoE. Simply heal and mitigate this accordingly. Then she'll cast Aglia Bite on the tank. This is a tank buster. Cooldowns and heal accordingly. Next we'll go to the middle and cast Aglia Climb. Now this is where you need to pay attention. She has 4 tentacles as you can see, and 2 of them are going to light up and 2 of them won't light up. The 2 that don't light up are the safe spots, so you'll see in the footage where I go here is sort of a safe spot, as I did take note very slowly, but I did get it. And then she'll just do the same again, but with the other tentacles. And just like that I've avoided the damage. Then she'll cast Aglia Shot. This is AoEs, and she'll also place these things over the map as I've panned my camera around. You'll simply want to go in between them as to not get hit, just like that. Then she'll cast Odi et Ammo. This is simply ground AoEs. Simply dodge these. After which a stack marker will appear. Everyone stack up and prepare for damage. Then she'll cast Disparagement. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Which is simply a wide cleave AoE. Simply dodge that. She'll then cast another Frustration, same as before, wide ride AoE. And then another Aglia Shot. Remember what this does, it will place those markers around the map. Simply look for the safe spot in between. And on top of that, she'll cast Aglia Climb. So you want to find a safe spot where her tentacles aren't glowing and also in between the little bits there, as you saw in the footage. And that is more or less the first boss. If the fight goes any longer, then she'll probably just rinse and repeat and start to just mix up the mechanics as you've seen already. So don't worry. And on to the next boss. And our next boss is Riaton the Unshakable. We'll start the fight off with Tartatorian Impact. This is simply a raid-wide AoE. Heal and mitigate accordingly. Then Tartatorian Spark, just a line AoE, simply dodge it. He'll then rush to the back of the arena and cast Vexillatio, and he will encase the map with these 2 giant AoEs as you can see. Simply don't be in them. And pay attention to these crystals that he is tethered to. The ones that are more black in hue are the ones that will make a safe spot, just like in the footage shown. I of course did not go for the better safe spot as a melee, but I avoided the AoE regardless. Then he'll cast Anvil of Tartarus. This is simply a tank buster. Heal and mitigate accordingly. He'll then cast Shrapnel Shell. This will spawn 2 AoEs in the middle of him, which will go in intercardinal directions. You want to go in the intercardinal directions that those haven't gone in, because basically they just do a bunch of AoEs, as you can see in the footage. As long as you're in the intercardinal that it didn't go in the direction of, you'll be safe. In between that, he'll throw a Tartarian Spark. Again, simply a line AoE which you can dodge, just to spice it up, really. Then a Tartarian Impact. And he'll go back to the back of their map and cast Vexillatio again. This is the same in concept yet again. You must wait for him to tether. And also in this time, he will cast a Shrapnel, as you can see. So that'll make only 1 safe spot viable to go in. So in this case, I was right to go into that safe spot, rather than the other one. At this point, it's pretty much rinse and repeat. He won't throw any new mechanics at you. He might spice things up a bit, but as you've seen, I think he's at the limit of his spiciness. On to the next boss, which is the final one. Now we're at the final boss, Amon the Undying. He'll start the fight off with Dark Force. This is simply a tank buster. Heal and mitigate accordingly. He'll then cast Thunderago Forte, move to the side of the arena to not take the full brunt of the damage, after which you'll see these AoEs expanding. Simply go to the AoE that isn't expanding the most, as is seen in the footage, and then go into the one that's gone off. You should be able to tell by the visual indicator. If not, I'll try and make it a bit more clear in the footage. After which he'll cast Strafophy, which spawns this circle in the middle of the map, and then he'll cast Astrophy, which raises it. This is a line AoE. Simply don't be in front of the circle. You can be to the side of it, as shown in the footage below. And remember this as it will come into play later on. Then he'll cast Left Farage Forte. Simply go to the left of the map, as seen in the footage. Then he'll cast Entranque. This is simply a raid-wide AoE. Heal and mitigate accordingly. Then he'll cast Curtain Call. Now, if you've done Crystal Tower, then you'll know that this isn't a good thing, and you might start stressing because there's no ice to hide behind. Don't worry about it, there will be ice soon. As you can see, Shiva comes down, and she prepares an ice cube in the middle of the map for us. Simply dodge the AoE that she leaves, and then make your way behind the icicle. This will mitigate the damage completely. He'll again cast another Thunderago Forte. Remember to go to the side of the room to avoid the brunt, and the same concept, just look for the expanding AoE and go in the one that's not expanded the most yet, then move into the one that's gone off after it's gone off to avoid the other one. Then he'll cast Right Farage Forte. Now he might mix this up, but just always go to the side that he says he's casting. So if he says he's casting right, just go to the right. If he says he's casting left, go to the left. He'll then cast an Entrarchy again. This is another AoE. He'll mitigate accordingly. Another Strophy. Now this is a bit more important and a bit more spicy. He'll then cast Atrophy, which will pick them up. And as you can see, they're pretty much gonna cover the entire back of the map and the two sides. So where we are, just comfy up to Ammon is pretty safe. At this point, it's pretty much rinse and repeat. He'll cast a bunch of things, right and left for T and all that sort of stuff. So just keep what you know throughout the fight and you'll be good. That concludes my guide for this fight and the dungeon. I hope you've all enjoyed and you can take this information with you. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you all who have watched to the very end, and I hope you all have a good day. Remember to like if you enjoyed the video, comment if you've got any other advice, tips, whatever, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't, as there will be plenty more of Endwalker content to come out in the weeks to come. Once again, thanks a lot. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe. We out. Peace.